What is up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Brittany Chanel. You already know. So, I'm updating y'all about the Leandria Johnson situation. She put out an apology where she apologized to her fans, not necessarily about what she said, but kind of how she delivered the message. That's a Tammy Roman quote for y'all. I'm not really apologizing for what I said. I'm just going to apologize for the way I delivered the message. Now, I can understand or I overstand because a lot of times we're upset, we're frustrated, and, in anger, we say a lot of things, still things that we want to say, but the way it just came out. And, you got these little whack church going people, honey, like they swear up and down, they doing everything they supposed to do, saying she just apologizing because her pockets is hurting or whatever. Like that's really not the point. Like they missed the point. Ever learning but never, reaching truth. Like that's really what these people be on. Like these people, I mean, when you read the comments, y'all, somebody was just, they so oppressed. They put, them white people wasn't having her speaking out. Like, so you're happy that this backlash could have hurt her for speaking the truth. Like, I told you, these church-going cockroaches, yo. The people that really think that they are part of the church are really not a part of the church. The people that go to these 501c3 organizations and they sit on them pews and they rise up when the pastor come into the room. They so happy to be a part of a modern day cult and they don't even realize that that's not even a church. But we ain't even going to really get into that. We talked about that on the live. So she issued an apology. Now, you got people that's petty. They think that the apology is not sincere. I think it's a sincere apology. I also feel like some of it is coming from the backlash because, like I said, a lot of her fans may have mistook it because, I think they took what she said about F the church out of context. I don't think and basically I explained why I thought she wasn't talking about the actual church. She's talking about the politics, which she says in the video of people who are churchgoers. Okay, like if you a churchgoer, there's always scandal. Like if y'all have ever watched that show, I'm so happy my subscriber Tasha Smith brought that up. If you've ever watched the show Greenleaf, the Greenleaf family is exactly how the modern day church is and why it's not supposed to be, that way in particularly. Like you had the uncle molesting girls and they was paying people to cover up in the show. You had, the bishop trying to collect all this money, doing insurance fraud, all kind of stuff. Y'all should really check that show out. But anywho, I'm about to get into Leandria's apology. I'm about to get into the audio. But I want y'all to pay attention to, this reminds me, you got to really be mindful that these people in the music industry, they do not run themselves, okay? So they see wickedness and they want to speak out about it, but when they do speak out, this is why I said to me this is kind of like when she went on that rant, because that's what it is. A rant is when you vent, truth and your feelings, like you in your feelings. She was speaking a lot of the truth, only to come back, you know what I mean? Because she was unapologetic about it. So only to come back, and you have to realize if people signed a record contract, then we now have to put it into a whole different perspective, because those people really can't speak out. They want to speak out. Sometimes they do, but then sometimes handlers or whoever have to put them back in order. Now, I kind of think it could be due to the fact that some of her fans are churchgoers and they could have taken her message wrong because, like I said, a lot of people write me on my comments and they get pissed off about things that I'm saying, and because they don't have an overstanding, they lack understanding, right? They don't understand what I'm saying at the time, and because they've been so introduced and doing traditions and traditions of men their whole lives, they will fight for their right to be wrong. Okay? So, just because she came out with an apology on the way she delivered the message, because she mentioned that she was offended and the way that she really said things caused offense. But sometimes the truth hurt. People need to get into it. Sometimes the truth hurt. You need to just get over it. Like, you know this politics stuff been going on, and then you got the same little cockroach church people. You just need to get off social media, sis. You need to just da-da-da-da-da. And it's so sad, because why are you in support of these churches doing this to the people? Why are you not the one speaking out? Why she got to get off social media talking about how the church business is robbing people? And if y'all think the devil don't have his hand in anything that make money, especially them 501c churches, y'all better take another look. Because literally, people think just because the gospel industry is, songs about God, you start listening to some of them gospel songs backwards, I guarantee you'll have a whole new awakening about what the heck you really listening to. Because who was the minister of music? Come on, Lucifer. Come on, y'all. Put two and two together. These people claim that they gospel artists, put their face on these album covers, all to get adoration and fans. Fan is short for fanatic. The only person that's supposed to have people giving him adoration and worshiping him is the Most High God, El Elyon, Jehovah, whatever way you identify him, the one and true and living God, the only true living God. So, pretty much, you had a lot of these celebrities speaking out, these gospel celebrities speaking out. I think they said Dietrich Haddon spoke out, and to me, they're going to try to patch this up because they wanted, they're going to try to make it look churchy. They're going to try to make it look like, well, we all da-da-da-da-da. Because as long as she ain't talking about what they doing, they good with the threat being shut down. Let's get into her audio now. I just had to get that off my chest, and let's listen to a little bit of her audio.
Listen, I am currently in a photo shoot right now, so that's why I'm a little all dolled up. But I want to just take out this time while everybody is changing cameras and changing wardrobe to say to all of my fans that are out there who do go to church, me saying F the church, I meant to address the politics of the church. You know what I'm saying? All the little undermining things that's going on in the church that hurts people like me, people like other people who have been through a lot of things in the church. Christianity, it's just a lot that's going on. So the way I said it, using the F-bomb, I apologize to the fans of mine that do go to church. I do apologize if I offended you. Now,
okay, y'all. So that was part one. Let's get into part two.
The fans of mine that do go to church, I do apologize if I offended you. Now, the politics and all of the stuff that's going on behind the closed doors, that's what I don't like, and that's what I was speaking about. I don't like that. It's not right. I think that we as a body of Christ should come together and really sit down and find out what's going on, what we could do to better the church or to better the community of the church. So with that being said, keep your girl in prayer. Love you. Talk to you later. Hey y'all, this is Leandria Johnson.
Okay, so pretty much there also was an apology, I guess, to Marvin Winans. I don't really care about that because that's, no shade to Marvin Winans or whatever, but to me, that's not really the focus of what was at hand here. It was really more so, to me, as she said, the politics of the crooked crooks of the church industry. I'm going to call it the crooked crooks of the church industry, and people, they're going to be offended by this. But I woke up to a lot of comments this morning saying that this lady was never anointed and all this other crazy stuff. And people, they talk about God, but you could tell the people who really, really do not know God. You could tell because of the stuff that they say. Like, they don't want truth. They want lawlessness. They want to feel good because the truth is not something that causes you to feel good all of the time. It doesn't stroke the ego. People are egotistical. So they were kind of upset when it's like you should be upset at these pastors that are building mega churches in your community and not doing anything for the community. You should be upset at the devil infiltrating the church. You should be upset with people practicing paganism and Catholicism, and slapping the terminology of Christianity on it, because if you really follow God and you really are a follower of Christ, you would know that's not even the term in which you should be called. Because we could talk about the origin of the name Christianity. We could talk about all of that stuff. Like, that would be even too long for this video. But she still, like, a lot of people are like, oh, she apologized. Honestly, if you are apologetic and you're reflective about how you do things, that to me shows that God is working on you. Because I've done the same thing where when you're righteous, when you're of light, you may have said harsh words, but you realize that everybody is not where a lot of us are. Like, a lot of us understood what she was saying when she was talking about, we knew she literally did not mean F the church. We knew that she meant, like, if you're, especially the youth, you say blank 12, but you're not saying it like blank the whole entire police. You just mean, what you really mean to say is, I don't like police brutality. I don't like the crooked, wicked cops, some of them, who do this to my people. So, pretty much, she's saying the same thing. But the people, I could understand her, apologizing to her fans who may not be at that place yet where they're still deceived. There's still scales on their eyes. But I am glad that she did it. Now, I also believe that with her being a Grammy winner in the music industry, there's some politics to that too. Those celebrity people who are in the music industry, it doesn't matter if you're gospel or secular, they can't just get up on the internet and say whatever they want to say. Because we've seen it time and time again. That's why I mentioned Kanye. Kanye put out how he felt about things, about the fashion industry, how they, all, and how he said in his song, New Slaves, how they told him, all you blacks want the same thing, and that sort of stuff. When he went up there and said George Bush was a racist, and they made him come right back and apologize and fix it up because, they got to continue to make money and continue to deceive people. Now, let me read to y'all the apology that she wrote, I guess, on her social media. It says here, and I am on ugospel.com. I will put the link to the public apology that she made down below in the description box. It says here, Leandria Johnson, with love, made a public apology for her tons of actions that happened last week. She states, I offended many people with my previous video post. That is undeniable, and I accept full responsibility for what I communicated out of frustration. After serious personal reflection, I recognize that through my being offended, I have caused offense. The fire that consumes so much emotion, time, and energy has illuminated. See, I was looking at this illuminated word. She is a Grammy winner. For my people, catch me, y'all catch me, y'all pick up on it. This is what I'm talking about. Illuminated a light that can no longer be hid. One of personal transparency and self-reflection. Even a burnt bridge illuminates light. She could just be talking about light, but as I said before, Chris Brown has done stuff similar to this. Put out that he's tired of, he just wants to make music. He's tired of the devil riding his back. And what they do, they turn around, make them clean that mess right on up. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. I put an apology out. They put an apology out. How they made Kanye do. And honestly, when these people are brave and courageous and they come out and try to tell the truth, that's typically what they make them do after. Now, I'm not sure she's involved in this. Some people do believe or that she could be involved in a little of secret society type of stuff. I don't know. And they kind of checked her and put her back in place. I don't know. I haven't looked into it that far. But interesting choice of words. Using the word illuminate, okay? But, some people do say, light illuminates, some people do use that terminology, okay? So, pretty much, I don't think she's apologizing, because the people of the church, they want somebody to continue lying to them. She's not apologizing for what she said. She's just apologizing on the way that she delivered the message. And I completely agree. Like, maybe saying blank the church, wasn't the best way she could have said it. But to me, it was a real powerful message. And these people need to come out these organized churches. What are y'all's thoughts about Le'Andria Johnson's apology? Leave your thoughts down below. I am sorry that the audio was kind of low. Every place I went to, every site that I went to, I even tried to get like the original video in which she posted. They all sounded low, as if she was trying to maybe was on set and maybe not trying to talk as loud as she could have talked. So, hopefully it's loud enough for y'all to hear what she was saying. It's Brittany Chanel. You already know. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all soon. Bye. Be blessed.